Hillbilly? Look at that face! One less can of hard seltzer in this world. I'm proud of myself. So this is what everybody really looks like when they take their mask off after guns, beer, and therapy. Howdy, Hillbilly Nation. This is American Hillbilly. Man, I'm glad to see y'all here tonight. We got a great, fun, and scary show for y'all. Oh man, look at that side chat. They're just out there rocking and rolling. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's Halloween, folks. Man, I hope you all had a wonderful Halloween. And anyway, we have a great panel back here in the green room, eating up a bunch of candy. I mean, there's just all kinds of candy back there that we got from trick-or-treaters. So anyway, I'd like to introduce them. And up first, we have Gizzard Gary. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. How are you? Thanks for having me. Happy Halloween.
Oh, man. Happy Halloween to you. Man, I'm glad you show up. I like your outfit there, man.
Well, thank you. Yours is pretty nice, too.
Oh, boy. Well, also in the green room, we have Reloading from the Hot Pot. Gene,
Did somebody say we're having a scary fun time tonight? I'm here for some scary fun.
Oh my goodness, man. Look at all those people out there. Man. We'll start highlighting some side chat here. And look at all these people. Just having a good time. Did you guys have a good Halloween tonight? Tonight?
I didn't get any candy.
Oh,
maybe I need to go knock on some doors.
Well,
Ms. Hotshot hooked me up. She brought home her cake.
Oh yeah? That is nice. Well, we got plenty of candy here. We bought some for trick-or-treaters, and of course, I had to get some of my share out of it here and there. Man. Oh, my goodness. We got some great topics lined up tonight, and just hoping everybody had a wonderful trick-or-treat. And, here Mike Man says trick or beer. Man, I would take a beer and a piece of candy. So Gary might get some eggs or some ticks out for trick-or-treating.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Jason Stewart says happy Halloween. Oh, yeah, you got to get some candy. That's for sure. I mean, no doubt. That's what Halloween is all about for us around here, is dressing up in costumes, having costume parties, and kids going out trick-or-treating and loading up on all that candy. Man. Yeah, we had grandkids come by and other people, and we handed out a bunch of candy tonight, and it's just so fun to see those costumes and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So, man, tell you what, Gary, would you like to shout out the side chat out there, buddy?
I'll
And
do it.
what would you like for them to type in?
Halloween.
Halloween. All right. Guys, type in Halloween. And Gary will shout your name out.
Well, I see reloading from the hot pots out there. First one in. Michael Dunn, TMS is out there. Guns and Water, Duffer 426, Mark Thomas. Tactical Fud Buck is out there. 3 Jeep Discovery. Let's see. Jason Stewart with the Halloweeny. Pretty close. Scottish American says fall. I guess that's close enough. Let's see. Anybody else? Maybe it.
Well, we got
Mr. Bob Dobalina is out there. He says it's not hollow. Bobby Barlow is out there. I see. Starting to get him trickling in a little bit. Yeah. Scotsman does not comply with rules. Well, that's fair. Rules are merely suggestions.
Yes, they are. I keep telling Ms. Hotshot that. She'll
Does
it
that
sooner
work
or
for you?
later. It gets a little edge once in a while, you know.
I could see that. Boomstick Revenge says Halloween.
all righty.
Now, Jason Stewart out there, it's not that cold here, man. We're in the same climate zone. Not that far apart.
I tell you what, it sure cooled off here.
33 here. Guns and Water says Sleepy Halloween. Uh-oh. Oh, Sleepy Halloween. I got it. I get it now.
Jason Stewart says it snowed for trick or treat.
Well, I heard from Two Life Moo early this afternoon. He had 6 to 8 inches on the ground and more coming. So said they called off Halloween there in his town. They're going to do it tomorrow night because there's no way the kids could get around in it.
Yeah. Who was? Let's see. MC. He put a video up. I think it was earlier this morning that it was starting to snow there, and he's in Michigan also.
Mm-hmm. Well, Moo is right on the east shore of the lake, the Great Lake there. So he gets a lot of that lake effect snow coming over.
Oh, man. That stuff's real. We got Table Rock Lake down here, and it's pretty big. We have, I mean, the way our lake works, it goes in and out of all these hills and hollers and stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you measure out the shoreline, we have more shoreline of lake than California has coastline. That's a lot. Hey, there's Guns and Barbecue. Hang on a minute. Let me bring this banner up, buddy. Because actually tonight we are going to be typing in hashtag Halloween for the giveaway. I figured I'd do something a little bit different tonight since it is Halloween. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need any snow right now. Especially me. I'm on crutches.
Why would you want to do that?
Oh man, I messed up really bad the other day. Um uh so like we have a back porch and it's wood, wooden or whatever, and we have trees back there. And so during the summer we get that, I don't know what you want to call it, tree moss or just the stuff from trees, they'll get on the side of your house or on cars and stuff. And so every fall I'll power wash that and treat it before winter gets here. I'll throw some, I don't paint it or nothing, I'll just put some stain down or something, just to help protect it through all the snow and everything. And so I have not done that yet because we went from hot, we had like, I don't know, a good week maybe, and then it got hot again, and then we had a decent almost week of weather, and then it just turned cold and started raining. And so I had not done that yet. And we had rain for what, 2 or 3 days there, Gary, in this area. And I didn't think anything about it. And I went walking out there, and 1 foot, that stuff was like ice. And
Wow.
Would I misspell Halloween?
Did you?
I didn't misspell it. Oh, I must have misspelled it on the deal. Heck, I'm a hillbilly. No, I didn't misspell it there either. I don't know if I misspell stuff. I mean, that's just
No,
common.
I think he's saying he's questioning the intelligence of your subscribers. He says, "Are you
Oh.
sure most of your subs could spell Halloween?"
Oh. Ron says, Merry Halloween. Yeah. But anyway, I stepped back there and my left foot was planted, on a solid step, and went to take a right step with my right foot. And man, my foot just went up in the air. And it did, man. I just fell back on my left, foot and ankle. And of course, my toes, was pointing backwards, when that happened from the sliding. And man, I heard a pop and this and that, and I thought I broke it. And that ankle already has like, I think 13 screws through it, and a plate running upside my leg from when I blew it out before on a 4-wheeler wreck, racing. And so anyway, it hurt like the dickens. There's no doubt about that. But I can still move my toes. It's swollen and hurting bad. But I'm going to give it a few days before I go in and get the doctors any money. Hopefully it's just, just walk it off eventually, hopefully.
I did that on my basement steps, Hillbilly.
Oh, you did.
I took a misstep and, man, hit the center of my foot, twisted my left ankle around and my foot.
Oh.
That thing was swollen for probably a month and a half. It stunk. I feel for you, man. It's hard not to be able to walk comfortably.
Yeah. Well, and sad to say, we have some pretty nice crutches laying around here. Here, let me turn my camera back on. So I love these style of crutches. And so we already have the crutches and everything, but like right now, my foot's sitting down here on a towel with ice wrapped around it. And I will tell you this. I mean, we're going to get on started to Halloween, but, I'm probably not going to be shooting any videos next few days. That's for dang sure. And yeah, yeah, Miss Hillbilly. So what Fud's talking about is over on our live or our membership deal. I had switched. We have like 3 Alexas in this house, and of course, that you can give them different names. There's like 4 to choose from, and there's always been a male voice and a female voice, and that's it. Well, they come out where you can get like now, like you can get a British male or female, an Indian male or female, Australian male or female. So I seen this, deal change, and so I didn't tell my wife, and I just randomly changing those on my phone to the different rooms to, you know, different, accents, and male or female. And my wife is like, "What's going on with this?" Well, thank you, Jason. uh, what's going on with these Alexas, man? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they're just trying something new. So this went on for like a week. And I put out a little video there for the members saying about what I was doing and stuff. So anyway, she was on last Tuesday night on the Lives Members Only show. And she was telling everybody about it and all that because she didn't know, but everybody on the show actually knew what was going on. So it was really pretty dang funny. And that that I actually fooled her. She wasn't too happy about that, but it was a pretty good prank though, no doubt about that.
It was fun till you got that cast iron pan upside your head. And you know what? That wasn't the moss on the deck you slipped on. That was some Vaseline put down for you.
Yeah, there's probably a tripwire out there, a fishing string or something. Probably there's probably payback. I'm sure. Yeah, a lot of people said, well, maybe it's some ghosts, friends of those ghosts you shot in that video. Oh man. Yeah, we put our mask back on now. So anyway, I got some fun topics here I think we'll all enjoy. So let's jump into some of these guys. These are a lot pretty much about Halloween and stuff like that. And if anybody out there in the side chat, if you didn't get a link to the show or whatever, let me know and I'll throw the link out there or something, and you guys can jump on. Actually, let me go ahead and do that right now, real quick. Yeah, let me grab this link.
While you're doing that, I see Dale Pogue is out there.
Oh, hi, Dale.
Hey, Dale. Oh, man, what did I do?
Also, Rick Harris.
Evening, Rick. Hope you had a good Halloween.
All right. So anyway, if you guys want to jump in, you got the link posted up top there. And let's bring up the first deal. All right, let's start with this one. What was your favorite Halloween costume that you wore? So back as a kid, or maybe a kid and a grown up, if you went to those costume parties. So was there any costumes that you wore, Gary, that it's just like at the time you thought, man, this is awesome. I love this costume. Or maybe there's one that like you wanted, but like maybe your parents couldn't afford for you or something.
No, when I was a little boy, my sisters lived out in the D.C. area. They both worked for the CIA, and Dad and I was big football fans, so they sent me back. They bought me a Washington Redskins uniform, and I
All
wore
right.
that for Halloween that year. I remember. I was so proud of myself running around that football uniform.
See, yeah.
Of course, you can't say Redskins now because that's not appropriate.
Um. Well, you said that. I do know that there has been a bunch of tribal deals there in Washington. They've had some meetings and they're really upset that they took that name away and they're fighting to get it back.
I saw that.
Yeah. So, I mean, they said that, you know, the woke people said they shouldn't be called the Redskins, and the Native Americans are like, hey, you took that away from us. We want that back. So, anyway, we'll just have to see what happens.
So, Bama Dad snuck in here. M. Gabriel Jova Q is out there also. Tactical Rabbit, I believe, just jumped in too.
Yeah.
I saw this past week where they're starting to want the Chiefs to change their name again for the same thing because it's disgraceful to Native Americans. They've been trying that for years now.
Yeah. Well, one thing I can say about this is my great grandmother was Native American, and I got quite a bit of it in my blood too. And, I think the woke people should just, mind their own business. If, you know, those people want to get it changed, then, they'll come together and they'll say, hey, this, we don't like this, but for, you know, a bunch of peoples that's not a Native American, to try to make that decision's just not right, as far as
Well,
I'm
for
concerned.
for the people who know, I mean, the Chiefs weren't really named after American Indians anyway. They were named after the mayor of the city at the time. His name was Bartle, but everybody in town called him the Chief. And
Yeah.
he was the one who was instrumental in getting the Chiefs to move from Dallas to Kansas City. So,
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that the Kansas City Chiefs were once known as the Dallas Texans.
that's correct.
Yep. Yep. And they wanted to build a new stadium. Dallas said nope. And so he's like, I know some farmland I can buy for almost nothing outside of Kansas City. But they used to play downtown though, starting off. But
Well, they had to while they were building
yeah.
a sports complex, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that site, the sports complex, it was out in basically what they called Leeds at the time, and there was nothing out there. But
Yeah. The Cleveland Indians. Yep.
the Guardians, yeah.
Ron Wayne says he dressed up as Santa Claus one year because his parents couldn't afford a costume. Said he come home with a sore lap.
I'll bet he did.
Yeah, I always wanted to dress up. I think I heard somebody say this, but I thought about it before during Halloween, dress up like the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus, then go to the door and hand out candy and like really mess up the little kids. Like, what holiday is this?
I think I was in seventh grade one year, and I was just about too old to be trick or treating anyway. But some buddies of mine wanted to go trick or treating, so I had to throw together a costume real quick. Well, Dad had this black overcoat that was out in the garage, so I kind of threw it over me like a cape. And then I had this black wig I put on, and then I found a black hat to put on. And I guess I was some sort of Zorro character or something. Anyway, it was just something I threw together. We had more fun that night.
Yeah, sometimes those are the best ones. Well, so Gene, how about you? What do you think about costumes, buddy? Did you have any favorites as a youngster or an adult? Either one?
I have a favorite as an adult. I went as Frankenstein one year. I put 6-inch
yeah?
stacks on my boots. I bought pants too short, a jacket too tight. I did all the prosthetics, and I'm an artist, so I'll also do airbrushing. And I airbrushed everything and went around to the bars, and it was a good time. It was a good time. Had a fun night out dressed as Frankenstein. That was probably my favorite one I did because I put so much time into it.
Yeah, that sounds like an awesome costume. I mean, no doubt about that.
No, it had the big old forehead piece, and the bolts for the sides of the neck. It was fun.
Now, there was a couple Halloween parties I went to as an adult where I dressed up with a costume. Now that's even more fun when you're grown up.
Oh yeah.
One year I went as a nerd. I wore a kind of a dress shirt and I put a pocket protector in there, and I got these big thick safety glasses from work and wore them. Back in the day, all they had at work was those plain old glasses with the big black thick frames.
Yeah.
Take a little bit of tape and put around the center of them. It's perfect.
I'll say welcome or thank you to Guns and Barbecue for becoming a member, buddy. Well, appreciate that very much. Yeah. For me, dressing up, like, man, there's costumes. I mean, sometimes we might get like a store-bought mask or something from Walmart, but a lot of those, like, you couldn't see out of very good, these little kids. I mean, little eyes and stuff, like they were poking you in the eye and you couldn't see worth a darn, and you just hope you didn't walk in front of traffic somewhere, and but we had some different ones of those, but a lot of ours were just put together, stuff around the house, or maybe my mom bought some material or makeup or something. So we always had a lot of fun with Halloween. And then as an adult for several years, we did a costume party. And I mean, it got to where, like, man, there's probably 50 plus people showing up at it. And we just always had a great time. And see, I remember one time I went as for the adult one, I went as Devil with a blue dress on. So I went to the thrift store and bought this blue dress, then made like a little devil's mask and all that. And then my wife sewed like a devil's tail on it and stuff. So, I mean, just things like that. We just always had fun. And that was just a big part of it. I mean,
I think the silliest thing I ever did was when I was out in the St. Louis area for Halloween. We went into this bar, and I was wearing a Chiefs jersey. I didn't think anything of it, and in this bar they happened to be having a contest, and they had a Elvis lookalike contest. Well, I happened to be wearing, you're a Chiefs fan, so you remember I was wearing an Elvis Gerback jersey.
Elvis Gerback.
So I went ahead and entered the contest. I didn't win, though.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, Elvis Gerback, he definitely wasn't no Elvis Presley.
But he has definitely left the building.
Gone for
That's a
good.
good thing.
This is beginning to sound like story time at the local elementary school.
Yeah.
I just heard a seltzer crack open.
Yep, I did too.
That was not a seltzer, I guarantee you that.
Is that pumpkin spice flavored seltzer?
Oh man. Yeah. Man,
That was good.
that right there. I'm gonna say that'd be perfect torture for me.
I
Is
think we should make it happen.
in a room with pumpkin spice seltzer listening to
You're listening to Britney Spears, aren't you?
How many super chats is it going to take to make that happen, Hillbilly?
no, no, not at all. None of them. None at all.
Every man has his price. Come on.
Yeah, well, my price there was for Lakeview, and that was only for a good cause. And I wish I wouldn't have done. I wish that I would. I mean, I'm glad we raised the money, but I wish I wouldn't have said I'd drink seltzer. But yeah, you put me in a room with pumpkin spice seltzer and Blair and Taylor Swift, man, that'd be the perfect torture for me.
No. Taylor Swift or Justin Bieber, take your pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's torture.
They were singing a duo over and over, maybe. I don't know. Oh boy.
Obi-Wan
yeah,
Kenobi is out there. Wow. The Force is out there.
All right. Yeah, Mom and Dad. I remember that. Yeah, you didn't hear no hard seltzer opening here, Obi. Oh man. So also, guys, make sure you do hashtag Halloween and get in on the drawing tonight. We're gonna be giving away a knife. Blueberry muffins. There you go. That sounds
Ooh,
real good.
we got some of those on the table.
Oh, nice. Speckle Rabbit says we need an exorcism for Bubba. So anyway, let's go on to the next topic. And this is, just about Halloween. Was there any traditions that you guys had growing up? And then like anything changed now? So like, if it was, going to a certain, going trick or treating or, handing out candy or bobbing for apples, I mean, was there any traditions that you guys had, Gene, growing up or maybe now?
Growing up every year with my grandmother, we always made the the popcorn caramel balls.
Oh, nice.
We always made those. That was like me and her like thing we did. Other than that, man, it was just a free for all. Candy and masks and scaring people and just terrorizing the neighborhoods. That was our jobs.
Oh yeah. How about now that you're older? Anything?
Nope.
No costume parties, nothing, huh?
I haven't done anything for a few years now.
Well,
I really need to get back into doing that and having some fun again. And when I start getting that senior discount, I just kind of let all that go. And if I try to terrorize my neighborhood and beat on people's houses and run through, I'd probably get shot. Yeah, caramel apples. Remember get those caramel apple wraps?
Oh
And
yeah.
came with the
Yeah.
sticks in the bag with the caramel apple wraps.
Oh man, yeah. Those were good too.
I miss those. Mm.
Oh,
I haven't
that
seen.
Tommy Boy says they used to go on a pheasant hunt and then they ate pheasant that night. That'd be fun. Now we kind of do a little different, or we shoot skeet on Thanksgiving afternoon most usually, kind of a deal. But we don't do that for Halloween. So Gary, how about you, buddy? Any
Well,
traditions that you had or you have now?
I can remember we got to wear our costumes to school that day. That was always cool. And then at night, yeah, usually the last stop before we came home was I didn't help her make them, but we'd always stop by Grandma's house and kind of like Jean said, she had the popcorn balls, she had the caramel apples, uh, all that cool stuff. So we always look forward to that. That and Mom and Dad knew where all the like the bankers and stuff like that lived, and they always gave out the best candy. So you always made sure and go by their house.
Yeah.
But
Well, Bam and Dad said he had a great idea growing up. Said he carried a small bag with only one piece of candy to the door. Like people feel sorry for him. They'd load it up and he'd take it back and dump it in his big bag. Now that's playing the system right there. I like that.
I'm like you know, when I got to be an adult, I always loved the first part of Halloween night because that's when the really little kids that could barely hold they had this little jar in front of them, you know, plastic pumpkins or whatever you're supposed to put the
Yeah.
candy in, and they were all so cute. I loved seeing them, and I'd always give them a big old handful of candy, which their parents ended up eating, I'm pretty sure, but I don't care. But
Oh yeah.
that, and if you didn't turn your light off by 8 o'clock at night, then the high school kids started coming out. And usually
Oh yeah.
their costume consisted of their football jersey or their cheerleader uniform. Come on, man, you know.
Yeah.
But if I still had candy left, I'd go ahead and give them candy. Up until the time I caught one of them making his second round by my house, it's like, I know you were here before. Oh, was I?
Oh, oh man.
But they didn't hurt nothing.
We yeah. It's fun seeing those little ones that got, they got the mask on or the outfit on. It's half turned sideways. You can't see where they're going, and yeah. Oh, man. This grandparents gave out quarters and $50 if they liked your costume.
Dang, I went to the wrong houses.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have a house around here. Those people gave out full size candy bars. So you made sure you wanted to hit them first when I was growing up.
Yeah, before they run out.
Yeah. And of course, like the little gas stations kind of like a general store, they always had, candy for trick or treaters. But our little town ain't very big at all. And, but growing up, once we grew up enough to like we could kind of run around on our own, we, we just got in all kinds of really never got in trouble. We did egg some cars a few times and stuff like that. But our funnest thing to do was like around here, not a whole lot of cars come down through town, down the highway. Where you stretch out a couple like strings of toilet paper so they were good and like kind of stiff. And we'd lay down in a ditch on each side of the road. When a car coming before they got there, we'd stand up and hold that toilet paper across the road. And of course, they just go right through it. And, then they'd hit their brakes. We always thought that was funny. But now I think about it, it wasn't a smart thing to do. Oh, man, looky here. Info Bros, buddy. Just stop by to say boo. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you, buddy, for that super chat. Appreciate that, bud. That's awesome. And guys, the memberships and the super chats and all that, we do use that money, to go back in on gifts, the stuff we give away. We use that money for the giveaways and all that stuff. So anyway, that's much appreciated. Demon Dad says he turns lights off and the TV volume down.
For Halloween, the candy I'm going to give out, I usually buy something that I don't like. Yeah, if it's candy, like mini candy bars, I don't care for. I really don't like Milky Ways or Three Musketeers, but I'll buy those and give those out because I know I'm not going to eat them.
Yeah. Wood said when he was a kid,
go ahead.
They had a map made out of all the king size places that gave away the king size bars.
That's pretty smart. No, when I used to work back the office, usually the day after Halloween, everybody would bring in all the candy that they didn't give out, and they'd put it in a big bowl in the break room. And it was usually stuff that nobody liked. So, if there was anything good in there, the people who got in there good and early, they picked through and got it all. So, may or may not have done that a time or two. But as they say, the early bird catches a worm or the candy bar.
Tommy Boy says, get a pack of cigarettes for your dad. The bars and stuff, they'd have candy to hand out for the kids. So
7 years old buying cigarettes. Of course, back in the day, they didn't really question if you were buying them for your folks.
Many days I went and bought cigarettes for the folks, as a kid. Then they say, "Who are these for?" For my mom. Okay, make sure she gets these.
Dad or grandpa, or yeah. Scotch American brought up too. Bald and Curious is still working on that giveaway for Lakeview. He has that Kimber 10 millimeter 1911. So make sure you jump over there and check that out. And I believe it's $50 a raffle. And so you want a chance to win a Kimber 10 millimeter 1911 for 50 acorns. Jump over and check that out. Yes, Dad, really? You actually like candy corn? Well,
he can have mine.
Yeah, I'll give you mine too, buddy.
So I'll just send them to him. There you go.
Yeah, well, I know candy corn. That's what you use to bait ghosts with. So you want to keep that in your Halloween bag there. That's what ends up getting you attacked. But yeah, we always just went trick-or-treating, and then of course then we had our kids growing up, we'd take them out kind of early, hit all the places and all that. And most usually we had a party, campfire or whatever going on, and a costume party for everybody. And so that was always a lot of fun. So anyway, candy pumpkins.
Some of them are all right.
Yeah. So let's see.
Reese's peanut butter cups in the pumpkin.
Yeah, well, that kind of brings up, the best candy. The next topic, the best candy, which it kind of already hits with all this we've been talking about, but the best candy for Halloween. And man, when I was little, I think, and probably still today, I always enjoyed grabbing any type of Reese's or Snicker bars and a few things like that. And you bet, Scottish American, no problem, buddy.
I mean,
We just kind of talked about this on Bear and Therapy Saturday night.
just about everybody likes Snickers. I was always a big fan of Whoppers myself. Sugar Babies were also pretty good too back in the day. Bit of Honey, somebody mentioned last Saturday, though. I always loved those too.
I mean, those Whoppers are the bomb.
Yeah, I
remember they been that like milk carton looking thing.
Mm-hmm. You used to be able to get a great big old carton of them, man.
Oh man, sit down with those. Oof. Mm-hmm. Pretty soon you got it just stuck in your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
You've eaten so many of them. It just won't. They just won't dissolve. You keep cramming too many in there. Yeah. I love it. I love anything malt though. I love malt. I love malts too. A malt shake.
You can't hardly get them anymore.
Well, we got all them dairy barns around us in the summertime. You know,
and I've had kids ask me, "Well, what's a malt?" I know what a shake is. What's a malt? It's like, well, if you've never had one, it's kind of hard to explain. But if you just imagine a shake being even better, that's what a malt is.
Yep, any flavor, just put the malt in it.
Yeah, strawberry works, vanilla, chocolate, and
blueberry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, whatchamacallits there, Tony Boy, Twix and whatchamacallits. I was a fan of those whatchamacallits.
And you mentioned the $100,000 bar the other night, or they ended up changing that to $100,000 later. But yeah, those are one of my favorite candy. Heath bar was always my very favorite candy bar, though.
Oh yeah.
And still, if I'm getting a Blizzard or something like that, I usually like Heath bar flavor because I like that toffee in there.
That's good. That's a good choice.
Yeah. Yeah, and the peppermint patties are always good. Yeah.
Oh, that's the ones that's the one. Those peppermint patties you always got in the movie theater.
Oh yeah,
that's where I got those at.
I always got hot tamales in the movie theater because I'm kind of a cinnamon addict too.
Defense Stat says the Mr. Good bar is the government cheese equivalent of Halloween chocolate.
No bake cookies with peanut butter.
Yeah, there you go. We call them wackies around here.
Huh.
Always good. I don't know why they call them wackies. It's just around here. They've always been called wackies.
I've heard of people that don't like no-bake cookies. And I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Everything.
Yeah. Well, like, I guess it depends. There's few different recipes. And I've had one before, and I think, man, this is definitely a no-bake cookie, but it's not as good as some of them I've had. You know, maybe not as much peanut butter or something. I don't know. He's missing a little bit of something in there. But there's still
some barbecue don't like them. Yep.
All this food Vanessa makes, man, there just needs to be a big food gathering.
Yeah. Yeah, 50 cents a can for Copenhagen, man. That was
God, that had to have been a long time ago.
Well, I'm sorry you don't like no-bake cookies. Those are good.
Guns and Water says he's never had one.
Never had a no-bake cookie?
Now, there's a big difference between the no-bake cookies you buy at the store and the ones you make.
Oh, yeah.
They're opposite. You do not buy a no-bake cookie at the store. That's industrial. That's industrial.
Yeah. Like barbecue says they're just horse treats covered in chocolate. Well, they might be, but then you also forgot the peanut butter, buddy. You put chocolate and peanut butter on oats or anything, it just tastes good. But yeah, Guns Water, that's basically what it is, I believe, is just quick oats and peanut butter and chocolate. And
Woods has never had one either. What? What in the
my
world?
goodness. So Guns and Water, you up in the northeast too with Woods? Is there something going on up there?
Woods in Northwest, I believe.
Or I meant northwest. Yeah, I'm sorry. Northwest. Yeah, Michael Dunn says homemade, there's just no contest. The store
Nah, there's not.
no doubt about that. Matter of fact, I might tell my wife some no-bake cookies probably make my ankle feel a lot better. See if I can get her to make some.
They probably would.
And make sure you grab a couple when they're warm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when they're laying on the wax paper, still not quite formed yet.
Yeah, when you get your hand slapped for grabbing them, that's when they're good. You got to wait till their backs turn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that says no-bake cheesecakes are cheating.
Yeah, it is.
Vince Dad says he loves no-bake cookies, but hates raw cookie dough.
Oh, man, if Mom was making cookies, I couldn't wait till she got done so I could have the bowl and the spatula. I'd sit and clean that stuff out. It's like, you got a whole cookie's worth here. I'm going to eat it.
Guns and Waters in Pennsylvania. Somebody get that feller make that face. We're going to have to send you some no-bake cookies, buddy.
They say them raw eggs make you sick. Well, they didn't hurt me any.
Nah.
Now, back in the day, I don't know if I'd eat as many of them right now or buy it, but
kind of like people saying you shouldn't drink unpasteurized milk. It's like, well, I don't know how we ever made it past childhood, because that's all my aunt and uncle ever had was milk off a nearby dairy farm. So it'd come in a big old glass jar, and then the cream would rise to the top, and they'd skim that off. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there were oatmeal raisin cookies there.
That's good, too.
Yeah. Raw cooked chocolate chip dough.
We just grew up in a different generation where, not everybody was lactose intolerant and had peanut allergies.
We wasn't afraid of squat back in our day.
No.
I'm still not. I don't care.
Us kids, there was this patch next door where there's a fence around there with these berries growing off of it. Shoot, we'd pick them things and eat them all the time. People say, those could be poison. So, well, they weren't. They was pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, anything a bird or goat or any type of animal will eat, then probably fairly safe that you can eat it too. Yeah, actually, my wife made some oatmeal. See, it was oatmeal and butterscotch with that butterscotch tips in them. Here the other day, they were really good. So we're going to jump on to the next topic, guys, and then we have we'll do the giveaway coming up here pretty soon. Then we have actually after this next one, we'll have a gun topic coming up. So scary movies. What scary movies? I mean, even if you're young or older, what's a few of the scary movies that you guys had watched that you're like, that was pretty scary for me? I was, only 7 years old or 10 years old, but man,
you're talking as kids?
As kids, and then, maybe as an adult.
As a kid, I probably shouldn't have been watching this, but I remember I was watching this old black and white movie that was on late at night. It's called Sorry, Wrong Number or something like that. It
Oh,
wasn't exactly. It wasn't a a monster movie or anything, but it's kind of a murder thing that bothered me for years. I could not sleep without a light on or something like that. But
oh, yeah.
yeah, we always had the Sunday morning zombie Frankenstein stuff on, so that stuff never bothered me. Now, when it bothered me as an adult, still does to this day, is watching The Exorcist. My God.
Yeah. Duffer. It's
And,
called
and
that
I've
out there
sat through
too.
the Jason movies and the Freddy movies, but man, that thing's just too much.
Poltergeist, Wood says. An Exorcist. Talking about Friday 13th, Freddy, and Exorcist.
Rosemary's Baby always creeped me out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was one that
Pinhead.
you watch it over and over, and you just didn't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
Magic.
that was.
You remember Magic?
Yes.
The little doll? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about Killer Clowns
Yeah.
from Outer Space?
I never saw that.
That is the best B flick horror movie. It's disgustingly good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Hey,
the
Fluffy,
Omen's pretty
anybody else
scary too.
that jumped in? Hashtag Halloween would get you in the drawing for tonight, guys. Hashtag Halloween. Tu Wong Fu was the scariest movie ever. Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, and General Zod in dresses.
Guns of Barbecue says Lion King. Really? That scared you?
Yeah,
Yeah, that one scares me now. The Life and Times of Kamala Harris. Yeah.
Annabelle Horror, Faces of Death. Yeah, that was. I just wouldn't hardly watch them. Ah, dang, Boomstick. You're brave. Come home and watch Exodus by yourself in the dark. Night Stalker. I remember watching Night Stalker. It was always on late at night.
But if you're gonna watch scary movies at home, you gotta do it right. You turn off all the lights in the house, and you turn your sound system on so everything's booming and everything. So the scary parts really cause you to jump out of your chair. If you're gonna get scared, you might as well get scared good and proper. I mean, that's why you're doing it. Am I right?
You betcha. You betcha. Oh, and Spengoli, 2 weeks ago, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So it was on actual TV.
I'm gonna have to watch that now. Gene's got me interested.
It's the best. Be time well spent in front of that screen.
That's scary. What was the Flying Ball with Razor Blades movie?
Hmm.
Oh, Leprechaun. Yeah, that was a freaky movie too, man. State of the Union speeches scares defense dad. Yeah, you got that about right. News is pretty scary. Cemetery one. Now there's what? Pet Cemetery. There's been a few of them.
Cujo will make you not want to be around any dogs for a while. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a few people come out with Phantasm. Phantasm. Is that pronounce that right?
I think so.
Pinhead. Yeah, that was. I didn't even ever watch that one. That just looked too freaky for me to even watch that one. Teenage werewolf. I remember, which I had some scary ones too, but I remember back a long time ago, there was an old one that was about these rabbits and they like turned really big and they like were coming up out of the big holes and stuff, which more or less like tunnels and eating people. My little brother, he was scared to death of rabbits for years. The little kid.
Oh, Maximum Overdrive's a good movie. I grew up around trucks and I've driven a truck for a while, man. I love that movie.
Corn pop scary. Barbecue.
Corn Pop is a bad dude.
Now, I don't even remember the name of this. My kids told me about it, which they're grown and married, and it's kind of like a scary movie, but it's like one of those funny ones, and it's like two guys' names, and they live out in the woods, and like these, I don't know, 6 or 8 college kids or something come upon them, and I don't know. I cannot remember the name of that, but that movie, supposed to be slash scary. It was one of those funny ones, and that was hilarious.
One that I just remembered, one that creeped me out as a kid for a while was Soylent Green.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Once you realized what was happening in the movie, oof.
Tell the people, Soylent Green is people.
Now, when that skinny brings up a good oldie, Monty Python, the Holy Grail. Yep. Killer Rabbit. Oh my goodness.
What was the what was the name of the other werewolf movie? Not American Werewolf. They had a couple of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tremors. Yeah, I forgot about that too. Yeah, there was a few werewolf movies. Some good ones too, actually.
there was one they had, I think 1 and 2, and they were graphic.
I use a Bic lighter sometimes, Vanessa. American Werewolf in London. Now, here's one nobody's brought up or I've seen. Children of the Corn, man. That was something else. Pumpkinhead. Teen Wolf. So Moose says it was called Wolfing. The Howling. Oh yeah, defense. That's the car. I think that was is a girl's name. What was that?
Christine.
Christine. Yeah. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about. I get caught up on these. This here. Silver Bullet. Yeah, that's kind of like a kid's scary movie, wasn't it? If I remember right. You had to kill the werewolf with a silver bullet.
Oh, The Howling.
The Howling. Okay.
I think The Howling was one of the most graphic werewolf movies I've seen.
Aliens. Yeah, that was where.
Nowadays, I'm more scared of illegal aliens. But
Rightly
Was
so.
anybody scared of watching the movie Deliverance.
I've only seen bits and pieces of it. I've never sat through the whole movie.
Oh, you've never watched the
I
whole
know
show?
what goes on and all that stuff, but I've never seen the whole movie all the way through.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching it. I don't know, man. Like, my parents used to watch Twilight Zone. Man, that freaked me out as a little kid.
I love watching those. Used to be, for a while, I think, was it Nickelodeon used to do, or some channels used to do like a 24-hour marathon of Twilight Zone on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Hey, right thing to do. Welcome, buddy. Joyride or Highwayman. Lost Boys. Yeah, that was a classic. Oh, yeah, The Thing. I forgot about that.
Now, how about Carrie? The original version of Carrie. I can remember watching that at the drive-in. Had a date with me. We were sitting there watching that, and when the gal goes to visit the grave and the hand comes up from out of the dirt and grabs her hand,
Yeah.
I just about jumped out of that car when that.
Yeah. I remember we was at the drive-in theater and watched one. I just remember the name of it. I remember it was kind of scary, but it's called Silent Scream or something like that.
Oh, I remember that.
Tales from the Crypt. Now, Tales from the Crypt, this is something. Now, Tales from the Crypt, they had funny ones on there too. I remember one of those. I mean, it still cracks me up. I wish I knew what the name of it was. I'd watch it again. But they were shooting a movie in the bogs or whatever, and this actor, he's dressed up like a mummy, and he got turned around and got lost. So he was going through like the woods and stuff. He's all dressed up like a mummy, and like people scared of him. And then they start chasing him, trying to kill him. And man, that was a funny one. Storm of the Century. Yeah, Halloween, best slasher movie franchise. Pet Cemetery. Ron Lane says he watched Bye Bye Birdie once. That was pretty scary.
I don't know if the Blob is scary, but it was hilarious. Yeah. I used to laugh all the way through.
No, Tim S. wants to know if he rode your dinosaur to the
Yeah, I saw that. I assured him I did not.
Bud the Chud. Oh, you had to read the book to find out what happened to John Travolta's character. I didn't know that one, Carrie. I don't know. I don't watch very many scary movies anymore. I just don't. I don't know why. I'd rather watch a comedy or, something like that. But I know my kids, they're growing up and they still like watching them. There's that, Geyser.
What's that thing we watched for Christmas last year? It's a new movie that came out around Christmas time. It's a scary Santa Claus movie. Anybody remember
that? Scary Santa Claus movie.
Yeah, what was the name of that? Because I ended up renting it.
It was a different name. It wasn't. They wouldn't call it. Crumpet. Yeah. Crumpet.
Trying to find it.
I think it was called Crumpet with a K.
It
Barbecue
was like
said
a slasher version of Krampus, is it?
Krampus.
I mean, it might be. I
I got
yeah,
a
Moo,
free.
that's what's wrong with you nowadays, buddy, because you watch that movie by yourself with the lights off.
What about the movie Descent?
Oh, yeah.
Girls go down into that cave with the cannibals.
Yeah. Creature from the Black Lagoon.
When I was growing up, we had a Sunday TV show called Shock Theater. And a local guy named called Dr. Creep was the one that ran it. He would show all the black and white movies, all the vampire, Frankenstein, Creatures from the Black Lagoon, the Mummy, stuff like that. Krampus. That's it.
Yeah. Violent Night.
That's it. Violent Night. That's what I watched.
Ooh.
I remember now. That was a movie I watched last year. It's a great Santa Claus movie, but it's gory.
556 and what in the world did I walk into? Since Halloween, buddy, we're talking about scary movies right now. But also, 556 and everybody else, if you want to get in tonight's drawing, put out hashtag Halloween. And you'll win a knife. And then maybe you can make your own scary movie. Oh, there's Miss Hotshot.
You know, 556 is getting hard to get now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's the hashtag right there.
Violent Winnie the Pooh. Wow.
The t-shirt says Camp Crystal Lake running team. Oh boy. New 1911 comes tomorrow. Defense that says.
Very nice. That is first one. Everybody ought to have one,
Oh yeah.
if not more.
So let's go. Whoops, what I hit the wrong deal here. Back up here, and we're going to do drawing. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this drawing and type in hashtag Halloween. And if you win, contact me at AmericanHillbillyUp at Gmail and give me your name and address that you want the prize sent to. And we are going to be giving away the Slim Black Knife. It does have a hole for a lanyard and a glass breaker, which Moose says they make a great icebreaker for the cooler, you know, busting up ice, you know, for your cooler and stuff. It's got a pocket clip on it, and it's a flip blade. There you go. Really nice little blade. Anyway, that's what we're going to be giving away tonight. So make sure you get those comments in real quick, and let's go ahead and give this thing away. Let's see, there it is. We have 27 entries. So we'll get this thing. Oh, we had a few more come in real quick. So give it another few seconds here. So everybody got them in? All right. Rebel just jumped in. 67 Rebel, if you want to type in hashtag Halloween real quick, we'll give you just a second. Getting the drawing for tonight, buddy. Well, let's go ahead and okay, we got a few more coming in here. All right. Like 67 Rebel was the last one in, so he's got his in there. And let's go ahead and spin this thing. See who wins. Guns and Barbecue. Congratulations, buddy.
I was thinking tonight was going to be my lucky night, but nope.
I know, man. Almost.
One of these
yeah,
days.
Barbecue, send me email me your name and address you want this sent to, and we'll get it sent right out, buddy. I know, Gary, you've been like so close a few times.
Well, I get a chance every week. Keep playing.
And actually more than that, because you're a member on the Hillbilly Up. And so on Tuesday nights, we have a giveaway there on that live also. So,
well, when it's my turn, it'll be my turn.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, buddy. And also thank you for just becoming a member. I mean, I know New York Outcast on here be saying rigged. He's coming member tonight and he won. All right. We're going to do one more topic here and we'll jump off after this. I know it's a Tuesday night and, East Coast, it's 10:30 there. So, we'll try not to keep people up too late. So anyway, I thought this would be a quick, fun one here, for everybody. If ghost hunting was real, what guns would you use? Where would you hunt them at? And what bait would you use to draw them in?
So, I think a gun would be pointless. So you'd have to use a net.
Net, yeah.
Some type of mesh net. Something that couldn't get out easily. Bait, candy corn.
I agree with you on that one, buddy.
I hate candy corn so much. I don't know. Would ghosts like candy corn?
I think they do. I think it's crap for ghosts.
I probably lure them in with a can of hard seltzer.
Just had Abigail jump in. Howdy. Two Live Moose says he'd use a ghost gun. So the defense dad says that too. Ghost gun, of course. I mean, you think that's what would work?
I got a better plan.
What's that?
See, I happen to know that Ghost is going to be at Wanamaker here a week from this coming weekend. And so I know exactly where he's going to be. I'm not going to need any gun to hunt him. All I need to do is put out some crayons for bait since he's a Marine and you'll come right to him. So
that will work. Duffer says he'd use his wife as bait.
Just remember, if you're hunting for ghosts, look down.
Well, Guns and Water said he used a shop vac, and for bait he'd use blueberry cereal.
Oh, blueberry.
Boomstick says Boozuka.
That's a good one.
It also says a backpack mounted plasma rifle. He gonna call? Rebel says 44 Magnum with silver bullets and a fake Facebook account worked on my ex-witch.
No. Tommy Boy's got a good question out there. He says, okay, let's hear some of your real ghost stories you actually witnessed. And I wasn't on it, but I was watching this live stream last night. It was Dan C. Bearded. And he does, in the middle of his live stream, he does these this or that questions where he'll give you two things and you got to pick which one you like better. And he was talking about your favorite scary movie, and I think it was between The Exorcist and I can't remember what the other one, but as soon as he mentioned The Exorcist, he has this hat rack on the back wall of his studio with a bunch of hats on it. One of the hats fell off that hat rack right as he says Exorcist. And he says, 5.5 years, I've never had a hat come off that rack in the middle of a live stream. It happens right as I mentioned Exorcist. He says, how scary is that?
That is scary.
I lived in a house I believe was haunted. You sitting watching TV, and you see a shadow out of the corner of your eye, and then hear something running down the back hallway. Get up and run and check. There's nobody there. All the doors are locked. Go back to watching TV, and it'd do it again. And it would scare the crap out of my son.
He lived in this old house. It even had kind of spires on the side of it. This is how old it was. And we heard these noises upstairs one night while we were sleeping. And it snowed that night quite a bit. So anyway, we got ready to leave the next day. We're backing out the drive. We look up the roof, and it looked like steps going across the snow, going up the side of the roof. It's like, whoa.
Wow. Oh man. In my parents' house, I guess I was about 16, and my parents were gone out, I don't know, to eat, whatever. But my sister was staying with a friend, and so it was me and my two younger brothers. I was driving, able to drive, and we'd went somewhere. And we come in the front door, and in my parents' house, you go up in the attic. It's one of those pull door things down. You pull it down, and it's got the ladders that fold down, so you can go up into the attic. Well, we walked in the door, and we heard a slam, and it sounded just like that thing shutting. Like, holy smoke. And so, of course, I run and grabbed Dad's shotgun. I think one of my brother right underneath me, he grabbed like a bow and arrow or something. Got some flashlights, and we went like we pulled the attic door down and everything, flashlights, checked it out. Boy, it was a scary deal for us. And of course, there was nothing there, but well, that sure sounded like it. Yeah, R4 Mississippi Thunder just joined us. Hey, buddy. And then this one said, Tommy Boy says he grew up in his grandparents' house. There were at least 3 ghosts there. I can't say how many times I woke up and the rocking chair is rocking, but as fast as you look away, it would stop. That would be creepy.
No, thank you.
Go to Gettysburg at night. I don't know about that, man. This hot shot says lived in a house in Covington, Ohio. We were all in bed and something was coming up the steps and through the upstairs hallway where our bedrooms were, and all the boards were creaking. Oh yeah, that would definitely be scary. There's John. How you doing, buddy? Well, Tommy boy, that'd be freaky. Light turned off after you turn it after if it turned on after you turned it off.
I had the pleasure of seeing my dog after he passed away a couple times.
Oh yeah.
Heard him a couple times, and I seen him twice.
Yeah, Michael Dunn says as far as getting rid of ghosts, he uses a Ghostbuster blaster. I think that'd definitely work. Dang, Abigail says she saw a spirit moving things off her dresser when she was 17. Yeah, that would definitely be scary.
I remember
But I don't know, like as boys or whatever, we camp out in the woods quite regularly. You know, if it's just down off in the holler or something, you know, not too awful far from our house. But like around here, we just got so many woods. And I mean, we get down there, get tent set up, do all that stuff, cook us something to eat, and sit around the campfire. And we do is end up scaring the dog crap out of each one. We'd scare ourselves, you know, to the point that, you know, hey, I think mom and dad's hollering or whatever, you know, let's go back to the house. Yeah, we wouldn't be scared at all until we started telling stories, you know. Oops. So I'm sorry, I get back up here. 556 said he peed himself in Gettysburg at night just once. Dang. And Rick Harris said, I saw a shadow person walk through my bedroom. At first, I thought it was just my imagination. And what really got me was when my dog started barking at it. Then I knew it was real. Yeah, that'd be scary. Well, yeah, Tommy Boy says we have something here at our house. I constantly see something or someone in the hallway. When I do see it, the old lady is asleep and starts screaming. I start screaming at her in her sleep, man. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Bob says I have a ghost that orders guns online using my info and credit cards. Yeah. John says old farmhouse. Doorknob was turning, looked out the window while it was happening, and no one was out there. Yeah, that'd be freaky.
Wow.
Defense Dad says he thought his apartment was haunted, but he was 21 and smoked a lot of weed back then. Ron Wayne says, freaked him out. You went to McDonald's and the total was $6.66. Yeah, I'd give him an extra nickel too, buddy. Like, yeah, don't want to have that. Boomstick says he used to be able to see spirits until the damn psychologist took away all of his superpowers. Check out the videos on Ghostbird Civil War Ghost on here. Then imagine being in the exact same place. Yeah, that would be pretty scary. Gun and Water says a ghost put the hamper where the toilet is one New Year's Eve. That's yeah, the same ghost goes into his LGS. I've had dogs that would start barking at the fireplace that did not work, and sometimes bark at the wall. Yeah, that would be scary. John says my ex-wife in the morning was scary. Dogs bark at one place in the middle of the wall. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird, man. Them dogs, they say that they can see and hear things that we can't. Abigail says she sees spirits right now. Whiskey, bourbon, vodka, and gin. It says ex-wife is terrifying.
You know, one creepy place I've been is the Mansfield Penitentiary here in Ohio.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that Mansfield Penitentiary. I mean, you walk through that place and the whole experience is just creepy. You can feel all that bad energy in that place.
Wow.
What was that? Shawshank Redemption was filmed there.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's where they filmed that, was here in Ohio, Mansfield, Ohio.
Yeah, Kenya says, backing up a bit, if I were going to ghost hunt, I'd use ghost gun with ballistic silver tips and bait them with Count Chocula. That would work. Edward Bay says bourbon's your friend. It's a good spirit, evidently. Uncle Dan says we went to Haunted House Mansion once in a group. Never again. That was too creepy. Yeah. Ron says Mrs. Wayne's pretty scary before her coffee. Defense Dad says, in all seriousness though, that apartment, my lamp in the bedroom would unplug itself all the time, and the chair in the living room would rock when nobody's in it. It's creeped me out. Yeah, dude, I think I would be looking for a different apartment. No doubt about that. Yeah, lock-ins. Our church used to do lock-ins. That was a lot of fun. Abigail says, need a gin tonic. That's the first drink my dad gave me when we turned 18. Guns Water says, could be a squirrel or a mouse in the wall. If a dog's barking at the wall. Yeah, could be. Yeah, silver's for where it was. Okay, looks like 556 threw out a link to that. Were you talking about the Gettysburg deal? So. See here. Oops, sorry. Some there. Not guns. My dog's just dumb. Well, I've had a few dogs smarter than other ones, that's for sure. Oh, boy. So Tommy Boy says, you got to go, everyone. Have a good night. Yeah, Tommy Boy, we're going to wrap this up. I really plan on this being on here an hour and a half. Man, my ankle's sitting down here just doing one of these deals. Boom, boom, boom. So I've got to get that thing on some ice and get it elevated. That Misty's response to Ron said, I thought it was just scary in general. Now, come on, Misty. You're not scary. So anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this show up. And we'll go through the panel here and do some plugs. And also, if anybody out in the side chat, if they got any plugs for their channel or something, drop a link or whatever you need to do, or, let us know. And see. Oh, thank you, Abigail and everybody. So anyway, well, thank you, Bob. Gary, we'll start with you. Anything you'd like to plug for your channel and stuff?
Well, we have Foul Territory coming up this Friday. That'll be at 9 p.m. Central. Now, the following week, we will be on. I've decided to go ahead and go on Thursday instead of Friday because I'm going to be going to Tulsa that weekend. So,
oh yeah,
we will be having a show both weeks. But yeah, if y'all haven't came by my show, I'd love to have you. We have fun for a couple hours, give some stuff away. So once again, that's on the Gizzard Gary channel, Fridays at 9 p.m. Central. And want to wish everybody a happy Halloween. And Hillbilly, thanks for having me as always.
Oh, buddy, man, glad to have you on here. And so, guys, don't forget that Foul Territory's been moved to Thursday night this week.
Not this week, next week.
Oh, next week. Okay, I'm sorry.
Next week, yeah.
I wasn't even paying attention. Sorry about that, Gary. So the following week. So make sure you catch that. Foul Territory is always a lot of fun. I enjoy it. Matter of fact, Fridays is just packed full because we got Georgia Shooting Connection on Friday. And then right after that, we got Gizzard Gary. And there's, other shows on. I mean, still coming on. There's a lot of great shows on. So anyway, make sure you go there and check that out. And then I think, tomorrow night, Chris from 740, he's having a show. So make sure you go there tomorrow night and check that out. So Gene, what you got coming up, buddy?
Oh, work, and more work. Work. That's a dirty word, isn't it? That's a nasty 4-letter word. Thanks for having me on. Happy Halloween to everybody. Hillbilly, take good care of that ankle. Get that propped up. Stop a hobbling around. The wife can catch you right now. So be good. Be good. Don't be all frisky on her until you can run away. on two good feet.
That's a good strategy, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Everybody have a wonderful night.
Well, thank you so much for Gene for being on. And guys, if you've not went over and seen Gene, his channel's reloading from the hot pot. Get over there and check it out and subscribe. A lot of great videos there, him and Gary both. And on the side chat, man, there's great YouTubers out there on the side chat that has great stuff. R4 says he's got a tabletop review coming out Thursday on the Tombstone, so that'd be cool to check out. And so, guys, make sure you check all these people out. And we are before we sign off, don't go anywhere, because I thought it'd be cool. This only take a second to play this. Now, tonight is not the Saturday night mouse party, but last Saturday, DM Foss sent me this, and it's kind of put towards Halloween. So I'm gonna play it real quick. It's only just a few seconds long, and then we'll come back here and end the show. But anyway, check out DM Foss's channel. But anyway, here's the clip that he sent me. I want to play it for everybody real quick.
I am gravely disappointed. Once again, you have made me unleash my dogs of war.
Howdy, everybody. How y'all doing?
There has been too much violence, too much pain. But I have an honorable compromise. Just come join us. Saturday nights, 11 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Sunday metric. Just join us, and there will be an end to the horror. Just join us.
Oh, I thought that was funny. Oh, man. So, anyway, yeah, Foss sent that over. We played it for Saturday night, and I thought, man, it'd be a great time to play it tonight also. So, anyway, I want to thank Gary and Gene both for being on tonight. What a wonderful side chat we got out there tonight. A lot of fun, great topics. I appreciate you all so much. I really do. And anyway, I just want to leave everybody at this. Remember, God, family, and country, and make somebody's day better, will you? And also, I want to say, I hope you had a wonderful Halloween, that everybody is safe and you just had a wonderful time. And if the good Lord's willing, the creeks don't rise, we'll be seeing you all again. Everybody say good night.
Night, everybody.
Got my mask, one of my masks here. Good night.